Hi, this is author philosopher Ronald E. Springer of EthicsUnderground.com, returning with the continuation of the reading of Moral Armor, Chapter 7, Part 21, Philanthropy. Please hit like and subscribe before we dive in. Whenever we come together, we stand for something, whether in business, associations, or political groups. The self-made stand for life, but outside of business, they've had few pure vents for sharing their glory in constructive, healthy, spiritual ways. They complete the moral structure of cognition and interaction and further it into great enterprises, all along maintaining genuine pride and a clear conscience. It only gets strained when considering their deepest, most heartfelt hopes for humanity and the substitute they've been given, giving money away. They know there is something wrong, something immoral about it. Of course, that should be clear by now. The receiver didn't practice the pattern of life necessary to attain the reward. We counter this by having all grants and scholarships awarded based on achievement, based on a future promise of life, furthering potential, which honors the student as well as the grantor. Honor must be maintained, as meaning is what we must satisfy. The self-made stay clean by never giving money to a dead end, by never seeing it poured down a drain into those who refuse to learn and won't try to better themselves by honest means. Our excess per our direction should go to bring others to the moral balance of self-sustained independence to make life flow more efficiently and safely for all those in pursuit of it. We shouldn't bother with those who have given up. In regard to them, we should follow their lead until they commit to changing their pattern. We should be able to see the benefit of our philanthropy and enjoy the self-esteem it generates every time we leave the house. No gift should ever feel futile. Opportunities for improvements are all around us. Look around, beautify your world, bring to life the beauty of your own soul in clear, obvious, visual ways. Fund the repair of roads and bridges, add sidewalks and nature paths. Fund adding a policeman to an area you see as in need of attention. If you experience bureaucratic resistance, go to the people with advertising to circumvent any mindless authorities or those who create problems because they want in on it, for publicity's sake. Make philanthropic choices easier by having local jurisdictions announce work plans in anticipation of contributions to fund public projects. As we move up the scale into abstract territory, the effect of our grant has much deeper consequences. Never donate to universities without identification and moral understanding of what they propagate. Fund only those who defend sound, rational, coherent convictions, those who embrace the evolution of man in educational techniques, tailored curriculums, and the practical individual and social use of morally integrated thought. If they are studying Marx instead of Franklin, drop them immediately. Lend money to producers, don't just give it to consumers. Feed dreams, not vices. I was stunned to discover that Nikola Tesla spent a good 20 years as a pauper after he had been awarded countless patents for creations such as radio and the AC motor. Someone should have had the brains to back so incredible a mind when he was down and out. It's wonderful to discover new talent, but what about funding the research of proven talent? Challenge irrational laws such as unnecessary taxes and antitrust. Check irrational lobbies, lobbying just to nullify their corruption. Buy our freedom back and reform the system to no longer permit its sale. Challenge the existence of the IRS. Challenge the 16th Amendment. Wipe out our debt money system. Wipe out victimless crime legislation. Consider joining forces with other philanthropists to create full reserve banks to compete with the teetering Federal Reserve banks. Provide simple interest loans for home mortgages to compete with the compound interest amortized scavengers. Finance your children and their children, your friends and their friends. Set up an equivalent of the Australian mortgage system, which provides an interest shield to the borrower so that he pays off his home loan in just a few years, permitting him independence much sooner, which can fund a business, children's educations, luxury, retirement, or a nicer home in turn. Fund American independence from the secret banking government. One of the best attempts I'm aware of is Sovereignty, a nationwide organization working towards a debt-free currency in America. Such are the kind of plans that make a difference. A more dangerous endeavor is that of Harry Wu, who has risked his life to document human cruelty, organ trafficking, and slave operations backed by American corporations all over China. You can't turn over a product today without seeing Made in China stamped on the back of it, and what is the quality of life of those who've made it? He or she eats filthy food, if any, sleeps in a dirt hole, and is lashed instead of paid. This is an international extension of the spirit murderer's plan, which must be dealt with. Every individual is a source of wealth, which is theirs to direct by right, and securing their freedom will generate more natural bounty and dry up parasitical sustenance faster than any other method. That's all for now. Next up is the moral warrior. I split these videos up by subject so you'd have a better chance of finding moral armor and then perhaps go through the whole thing for free. Why? To help create a leader in every life. Sound civilization stair-steps up from sound coherence to sound individual to productive groups of mature individuals. Self-hatred drives fear-driven people in our world to wipe out the individual. So we all need moral armor to protect ourselves and the future of mankind. Click subscribe and leave a thumbs up if you'd like to help wipe out moral confusion fast and make the world a better place.